That's alright. So we're gonna be doing the Beto Hangout, and we're gonna be talking about the new artifact set and kind of piecing it together with the Pale Flame set, and just talk about Scaramouche. And I've been really excited to talk about it since I started grinding the artifacts and reading their story and stuff. So if you guys are excited, you should leave a comment, see what you guys think. For me, of course, because this is a theory, there's always multiple ways it could go. So, in the artifact set, it talks about how Scaramouche, woke up not knowing any memories, not even knowing that, he was a puppet made by Ball or whatever. He just had this golden pin that told his importance. Like, the villagers of the city woke him up and told him he was important to the Shogun, so he tried to go to the Shogun and, find out more about him and help the people of the village or whatever. And
Lucky all my new bombs are waterproof.
I have never heard Clee say that before. Oh my god. That was scary. The maniacal laugh. Anyway, and it just talks about how, he meets the jester or whatever, Harbinger, and he basically gives Scaramouche a heart so he could feel, because Scaramouche learns he can't feel. I guess we are getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I really want to get to the point of the false gnosis. Anyway, so the jester basically is like, and the reason I'm just saying the jester is because I don't know how to pronounce his name and I don't want to butcher it. If you guys know how to pronounce it, please leave a comment. Anyway, so Scaramouche is wandering around, and he's realizing that he doesn't age, and so he gets this complex, I guess, of where he thinks he's better than all humans and stuff, just because they age, they die, and he is
by royal decree.
Immortal in his eyes or whatever, and he just thinks he's better than everyone else, and already before he meets the jester, and then the jester basically says, you can't feel, you don't have your heart, you don't have a heart. And the reason why he because, and remember, he didn't remember any of this because Ball took his memories away, which is kind of messed up.
Stabilize.
Just because Ball didn't think he was emotionally strong enough, because he would cry about all the pain and stuff that she felt whenever he had the gnosis inside of him or whatever. So she wiped his memories and kind of just discarded him, which is kind of why he's so pissed off. Anyway, so the jester creates a false gnosis so he can feel. But it's one made from the same stuff as delusions. It only lets him feel anger and negative emotions, and it kind of fucks him up. And I still don't think he has the memories of Ball's past life and stuff. He just knows what she did to him, and that's mainly through the Harbingers and stuff. So boy pissed off, you know, obviously, and so when he finally gets his chance to get the Gnosis for himself and not for the Fatui, he takes it because that's been his goal all along, to get his real heart back, because he doesn't want to feel all these negative emotions. But if he removes the heart, then he won't feel anything at all, and that's worse to him. So now that he has his original heart back, I guess there's a couple running theories, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So the first and probably the most, I guess, prevalent one right now is most people think that he is just going to want the power that both the delusion gnosis and the fake delusion gnosis and the real one will give him. So he puts both them inside of him, and it kind of causes him to keep his personality but not have so much of a grudge against Ball anymore. But remembering everything that's happened to her and feeling the emotions of it, he might, you know, break down, become more unhinged, more dangerous, obviously. And that could happen with him putting in the normal Gnosis too, you know, like him taking out the other one and putting in the real Gnosis for his heart. I mean, the grief and the fear, it could basically make another Ball, you know, it could fuck him up. And that's kind of the whole, you know. So I know a lot of people want him to be redeemed through putting in the real heart back or whatever, him finally having emotions and stuff again. And, you know, being, I guess, who he was always meant to be with all of the good and bad memories now. I personally don't think that's going to happen. But with how many people want him to be playable, you know, they'd have to do it in a really specific way and where he'd keep the personality, which is what everybody likes. But he would, like, try to have to go, I don't know, he wouldn't be able to go back to the Fatui. And he would think he wouldn't be able to go back to Inazuma. So he would probably, you know, confide in the Traveler or whatever next time they meet without really confiding in them. Like, just... I don't know, like, maybe, like, just talk to us, I guess, as the Traveler. And I personally think that, you know, the Traveler, you know, will be really pissed at him and not wanting to help. But I think this is where that whole light and dark theory is going to come in. I think this would be a really, really good time for it. In where... So there's this running theory, and I know I'm kind of combining two of them and kind of getting off topic, but trust me, there is a point here. So, the Abyss sibling. The Abyss sibling is obviously given in to the more Abyss magic or dark magic or whatever, because you've seen, like, their blade turn purple, you've seen, you know, them using the powers of the Abyss. And so there's a running theory that there's two more elements, and one of them is dark or Abyss, and the other one is, like, light or time or something. And they don't tell people about it because they're dangerous. And that's why there's not like God, or there is gods, but they don't give visions out for those ones or something. But the traveler and the sibling aren't from this world, and they get powers easier than most. And I'm assuming it's going to be very difficult even for them. So, you know, the theory is that, like, the sibling becomes the dark and you become the light. And I think that, especially with how angry we were at Scaramouche and how much hatred that the travelers shown towards him, you know, if Scaramouche was in this place where he was breaking apart and, like, crumbling, I feel like the traveler might want to try to take revenge on him and let out some of that anger and frustration or whatever, and then he'll decide to, like, spare him and help him or something. And that'll really start the traveler's journey as, you know, a really good person. Someone who uses light instead of the abyss or dark. Which will be exact parallel to the sibling. And, you know, there's the chessboard theory with the Gnosises. And where, you know, your sibling is always going to be the black piece, and then you are going to be the white piece kind of thing. And, you know, the pawn theory. Because the pawns can promote into whatever station they want, and so the traveler can promote into any element they want kind of thing. I really like that theory. And where, like, on our side, the king piece will probably be the light or time, and on the enemy side, the king piece will be the dark or the abyss element. And I really, really like that theory. I'd kind of be really disappointed if it doesn't come true at this point, considering Dane's Leaf is definitely seen to be using, like, the abyssal power, and so is the sibling. And I know it's, you know, different, you know, from... And honestly, there could just be the 8th element in the abyss, and there doesn't have to be the 8th and 9th, you know? And I'd still kind of like that. Anyway, so back to Scaramouche. The whole redemption thing, I really think that, you know, if it were to occur, it wouldn't really be a redemption. It'd be more like he'd still keep who he was, but he wouldn't want to feel all the negative emotions that came with being such a bad person anymore, and he would actively try to make things right with the Raiden Shogun. I keep wanting to say May, but it's A. I've been playing too much Honkai. On my last stream, I accidentally put 5.3 instead of 2.3, and no one said anything. Which I thought was funny. So, but, let's be real, he's probably gonna be breaking down with all the new emotions that he hasn't really been able to deal with. You know, we're gonna find him, he's gonna be losing control or something, he'll become a new weekly boss. I don't think he'll die. I don't think the Traveler would kill him unless, you know, Tartaglia came in and finished him off. But there is that theory that, you know, the Traveler's gonna find Scaramouche and Child's gonna be there, and one of them is gonna die. And that scares the hell out of me. Because I really like Scaramouche, and I don't want him to die. I really want Scaramouche to be playable. He is my most anticipated character. Like, ever. And, 1 second. So if he's not playable, I'd just be really disappointed. Honestly. Wait, why am I can just use this team. Just swap Barbara in.
We can do this.
Is it bad that Barbara's at level 70 is better than my Chi-Chi? Just saying. Although Chi-Chi's, I guess, better if you're fighting a couple enemies, you know what I mean? Her heals. Barbara's more for just quick heals.
Gather.
Illusion shut.
Man, I missed. Oh, I've never seen this move
I
before.
will have order.
The, like, dog hunt thing. That was cool.
Let the show be.
Now you shall perish.
I really should have let
There's no
that charge
escape.
more, but...
Come on, we can do it.
Stabilize. Solidify.
Disappear.
But, I really don't think that Scaramouche is gonna be, like... insta, you know, redeemed, or I don't think, you know...
Worthless.
I feel like it's definitely gonna play out where...
Order guide you.
Scaramouche is gonna be, even more of an antagonist for a while.
Boring.
Solidify.
Oh, hi.
And I don't want the theory of, one of them dying to come true, but,
Illusion shattered.
I'm definitely gonna say this, child dying by Scaramouche,
Solidify.
it kinda makes sense going forward if they're gonna make Scaramouche more of a villain. You know what I mean?
No escape.
So if
Born
they
to
don't
oblivion.
want Scaramouche to be playable, then he's probably gonna kill someone, and it's probably gonna cement him as one of the villains, kind of like Senora, and where they're probably just gonna die in the end, and they're not gonna become playable. And by someone, I'm definitely leaning towards, because, especially because, you know, Child is actively hunting him down. I feel like Scaramouche is high, very high possibility that Scaramouche is gonna kill Child. Like, very high. No, I don't want it to be true, but I feel like, just like with Himiko and Honkai, it's gonna up the stakes to the point where you're really gonna start fearing for the characters that you really love.
I won't hold you back.
Much.
We may
Except
leave
the
at
wrong one.
any time.
Doma.
Let's get out there and make some friends.
Wind, hear me.
I love June. Insta heal everyone. I love this island, and I keep going around this island all the time thinking like, oh my gosh, there has to be more green chests. I have to be missing one. Because like sometimes, you know, I'll go around and I'll actually find one. And it's always tucked away in the most weird place. But that's not really what we're doing today. We're gonna go fight the geohypostasis, and then we're gonna do some flowers, the event, and then we will do Beto's hangout. So yeah, there's actually a good bit to do today, and I'm actually excited. I know this is a really early morning stream, and not many people are gonna tune in or anything, and that's okay. I really just wanted to make the little theory video, and this will probably be edited to its own video anyway. Most streams are. I just wanted to make this quick little, video, talk about, Scaramouche, and my thoughts and theories on him, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it, this kind of video. If you guys do, we will be making more. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!